I'm sorry. If I were to tell Justin Fields, and I generally like Justin Fields, but if I were to tell Justin Fields, Justin, who's the greatest quarterback of all time? His immediate answer would be Tom Brady. And I would say, Justin, how many Super Bowls do you think that he won when he was playing inside a dome or in a warm weather locale? And I would hope that he would understand there's only one of them. That's 6 of those championships and a 20-year run in New England happened in one of the worst weather cities in the league. Outdoors. And how many home playoff games did Tom Brady navigate in the elements? Wind, rain, snow, freezing cold weather. You know, just the idea that you need to play in a dome to be a good quarterback, to be a better quarterback, is just laughable. And that one's going to bother me for a long time. That one's going to really bother me for a long time, because if you're already admitting going into year number 3 that the weather conditions affect how well you play quarterback, this is going to be a problem. This means that you are allowing outside forces to dictate what you think you can accomplish. If you're the Bears quarterback, I think the first thing you have to do is go, yeah, the elements don't affect me. Because what if you don't get a dome, Justin? Are you then admitting that all of those home games and wind and cold and whatever, that you are not going to be as good as you could be? Well, then maybe you should just be traded to a warm weather city in a dome. That is ultimately so stupid. And the other thing that is so short-sighted and dumb, and some things happen in this industry where I hear takes or I hear opinions and I just go, oh my God, I can't even believe that that's a take, but is the take that the Bills in the new stadium should definitely build a dome, or that the Bears should definitely play inside because, well, they got good young quarterbacks. And for the Bills, I mean, their team would be far better suited inside a dome. Well, stadiums last for minimum 20 years, usually between 30 and 40. In the Bills' case, this Orchard Park, Rich Stadium, Ralph Wilson Stadium, Highmark Stadium, this has lasted 50. You don't build stadiums and ballparks based on your current roster. If you were to build a stadium based on Justin Fields, there's no guarantee he's your starting quarterback in September, let alone when the stadium's actually built. How quickly do you think the dome goes on? Like, you start in June and by the end of the summer you got a roof on your building? Like, that's kind of a big, long, years-long process. What are the guarantees Justin Fields is the starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears when any of this is finished, considering the Bears' quarterback history? The idea that you are building stadiums for your current quarterback? Like, even in Buffalo, do we think Josh Allen's going to be good for a long time? Sure. But you don't build a stadium based on one guy. Like, imagine the idea that in 1971, when the Bills built, at that time, whatever they called the stadium, Orchard Park or whatever, they were like, we got to build this for OJ. It's all about OJ. Want to make sure he gets 2,000 yards. How do we make sure we're a ground-based game? That'd be so short-sighted. It's ridiculous. So, dumb. If you want to put a dome on it because you're like, well, we could get more events. We can save the grass, save the Dolphins, save the grass. Fans will be indoors. It worked in Minnesota. It worked in Detroit. Why not? All right, fine. I would hate it, but fine. But building it because of Justin Fields? Yeah, I think there should be a grander vision here. Years-long Have you ever tried to get a blueprint done to, like, get an addition on your house, or in my case, renovate a basement? That process is long enough. How long do you think it is to dial up blueprints on building a football stadium? Then getting a shovel in the ground and putting it together? Well, we got a really good quarterback. 5 years from now when this is done, we'll really be ready to make him shine. Stop. Also, I mean, again, the warm weather, you gotta be in a dome for your quarterback to be good. I mean, so how did Tom Brady do it all those years? Tell me. How did Brady play 8 home games a year in New England, a game every year in New York, a game every year in Buffalo, and all of those playoff games in Foxborough? How did he possibly win? I mean, how have the Steelers possibly won any games? How could Ben Roethlisberger or Terry Bradshaw go to the Hall of Fame? I mean, all they did was play in poor weather playoff games. I mean, it must be, who knows? Maybe back in the 70s, Pittsburgh was like the Bahamas, and everybody just forgot that. Average temperature 78 degrees January in western Pennsylvania. Stupid. Just dumb, stupid stuff. How is Eli Manning going to the Hall of Fame potentially? All of those MetLife games definitely played in beautiful weather. All beautiful weather. Just stupid. Brett Favre, one of the great quarterbacks of all time. I mean, I guess just Lambeau in January must be gorgeous. I don't know. How else could he have been good? Aaron Rodgers, one of the great Hall of Fame quarterbacks of all time. I mean, again, all of these games that Rodgers has thrown multiple touchdowns in, I guess definitely all came when in Wisconsin it was like 68 and perfect, no wind. Dumb. Stupid, dumb. Dumb, stupid, stupid, dumb. Just stupidity and dumbness.